Welcome for today's extra additional advanced tips for public speaking. This is again from Outstanding Public Speaking. Look, how do you handle really tricky participants in your audience? Or I could tweak the question. How can you make sure that everybody is engaged and is not feeling cat out? And here's the tip. For example, if the question is coming from that direction, okay, then you are tending to go into that direction, to speak to the person, to listen to the question or the remark, and then you answer the question. But what happens to the people who are seated over here? They feel cut out. So what you do, if a question from this area or this side of the room is coming towards you, what you do is you automatically leave that direction to the opposite side. So you're looking at that person, but on the same time you're moving over to this area. And that ensures, of course you're talking to that person in the back on that side, but those people sitting on this side are included. And this is just a tiny little trick. Or now you're getting a question from here, and then you immediately leave that direction and move on to the other side to include all those people sitting over there. Looking at that person who is asking you a question. Of course, that's another advanced tip. You listen to that person, you have eye contact, and then you scan the audience and have short eye contact, especially with the people on the opposite side. You get it? You're listening to the question, you're scanning, making eye contact, especially to that side, and then if the question is done, then you turn over and you give the answer. Again, you're talking to the person standing on the opposite side, looking to other people's eyes, while telling you the answer. And that is making sure that you are engaging, not verbally, but with eye contact, the whole audience. This is a really advanced tip. Another thing which is related to that is that you approach people, that you're coming close, so they wake up, oh, he's coming. I'm not falling asleep, you know. Or you walk around, you go through the aisle, you go through the rows, you're coming back on stage. This is really getting into the audience energy, and they feel your energy, which is, of course, higher than the whole audience. Because you are the leading person. You have to lead the room. You have to lead the energy level. You have to be way above the energy level of your audience. And as I mentioned in earlier audios, you have to get your vibration high before you enter the stage. Okay? So keep eye contact, walk through the aisles, cross the side from the left to the right, either in the back or just in the middle of some rows, depending how much space is left. Walk around. And once again, if the question is coming from this side, you're moving to the opposite side. If the question is coming from that side, you move over here. What happens if the question is coming right out of the middle of the room? Okay. You're not standing in the middle of the room focusing on that person. Again, you do both. You walk to that side, have eye contact while listening to the question, and then you walk over to the other side, have eye contact with those people over here, listening to the question, and then answer the question while walking around. You get the point? Another thing, where do the troublemakers sit usually? In the front row, there are seated your raving fans. So you never have to worry about the front row. Where you have to pay attention is at the far edge on the right, far edge on the left, and the last row. There are usually seated the troublemakers. But you can embrace them, be thankful for them. But only one thing you have to pay attention is, don't fall into the trap that you get, or that you pay too much attention to the troublemakers. That's one thing most speakers are listening to, is that you are facing or looking those people in the eye. So you always are in touch with the troublemakers and the others get lost, at least the feeling. Okay, you get it? So you really have to keep a close eye on those, just in regards of your attention, to get aware if something is going on. But then, if you have answered the question, just leave them, kind of ignore them, don't look them in the eyes, because they try to drown your energy. You get it? Don't look them the whole time in the eyes. We are tending to pay attention to those people who pay attention to us, who are approaching us, looking in our eyes, like the front row. They are really raving fans and we like to see the energy, because that is raising yours as well. And then you're only looking at your raving fans, and all the others are feeling cut out. And this is nothing you want to happen. Okay, you get the point? Close eye contact to all of your audience. Question from this side, walk to the opposite side, and keep eye contact with everyone from once in a while, but don't stick with one or two or three persons who are talking the most time. They are really people who like talking. And then fourth, walk through the room, go into the audience, don't remain only on your stage. Doing this, you have the power as the speaker. You guide the group, and you are in charge. You can direct the conversation, the speech, wherever you want. Got it? Thank you for listening.